Hello everyone, LRon here with part 35 of my Paradise Lost OT8 2.0. So we're continuing to pick up goodies in the various houses and making our way towards the Lucky Ganesh zone. Pick up the money. So now that I've completed Harder Than r/Gone Wild and the OT8 guide, or the OT8 run rather, I can now kind of give a more of a informed assessment of things.
More of that.
As a whole, I'd say that the OT8 run's probably harder. There's some caveats to that. If you're extremely good at discipline, then that would probably be a kind of a big exception. The OT8 run is longer and has, more things that are kind of just designed to be super challenging. And then here in Paradise Lost, we kind of have more things that are reasonably doable. But then there's the whole factor of mobs respawning and that kind of stuff. And yeah, I've left myself at like 1% health more frequently here in here in Paradise Lost. But I think that's in part due to myself not being a follower of my own preaching and being, less disciplined than I should be. And then also just that X factor of mobs respawning when frankly we're just not used to that concept. And even if you're used to the concept and fully prepared for it, with the lack of ability to predict where and when it will happen, it's still hard to completely write it off as an additional factor to make things harder. But on the upside, it is just 5 days plus. I think all of the post-Friday stuff here is probably still less work than Sunday for sure. And it might be equivalent or slightly easier than Saturday when you boil everything down. Yeah, it's probably less work than Saturday. Because that hospital was kind of big. I guess it was pretty straightforward and easy, but it was big. So I guess, long story short, if the OT8 guide helped you get OT8 in a week in Paradise, I say that this is certainly doable. You've seen the things I've had to deal with here, and a lot of it was certainly avoidable if you were in the know, and since you've watched this, you are in the know, so you can capitalize off of the experiences that I have formed and archived for you. And I'm pretty sure that I've died significantly less here in Paradise Lost than a week in Paradise. So if number of deaths is a valid measure of challenge, then that's is certainly something noteworthy. I mean, you know,
Damn,
this
still
did
yet.
take 6
Thought I can
hours
find an
instead of
alternate
9
entrance though.
hours as well. So maybe we need to take the deaths and divide it by, the actual amount of time that the run took of the stuff that, actually made it in, and, create basically a weighted death count. But that's certainly more effort than I'm willing to go with. That would mean I'd have to bust open the raw footage for both this run and the OT8 run, and then count up every single death that took place, and then do the math. I mean, I'm sure the math is the easy bit once you have the raw data, but in any case, let's just ballpark estimate that even if we did weigh the death against the amount of time that the run took, we it's pretty much still the case that I've died less here in Paradise Lost than in A Week in Paradise. And so, exploring the upstairs of Lucky Ganesh, this is the easiest it's ever going to be. There's no monsters up here. When I say monsters, I mean mobs. Not sure where that came from. So I stupidly save right here because I don't know what's going to happen with our merchant buddy. But this is terrible. Don't save here. This will basically give you like 40 minutes of headache and heartache later on. I'm noticing that somehow the little clip from the save points up to the cutscene has been mysteriously removed. Not sure what happened there, in terms of how it got lost. But I can accurately account for the few seconds that took place there. Basically, I walked in, the vendor started talking to me, and basically, as he was lifting his gun out of his pants, I decapitated him right through the fence, and then walked
That's the
around and
stuff.
picked up the blasting cap. So, since these gimps are armed to the teeth, we wanted to basically just stay there at that corner and hack and slash as much as we can. And we gotta watch out here because sometimes there's guys here. And it seems to be very inconsistent about how many there are, where they're going to be positioned, if they're going to be walking around or if they're going to be waiting for you. But in any case, at this point we definitely want to sniper rifle these three guys because they are a royal pain otherwise. And there will be three, so don't let it fool you into thinking that you've got all of them when you've only got two of them. Because those guys will pretty much rip you to shreds if you let them live before coming down there. And then, so what's going to happen here is we're going to pixel pistol this first guy, and then we're going to just sprint all the way for the other ladder. And so that's going to be it for this video. I will see you next video. Good luck, have fun.